He's so upset. Generic intro to That Goes Moo. We're back with some more Nostalgia Critic. Today we are watching the Last Airbender movie, which I actually saw this movie in theater, and I have watched Avatar: Last Airbender. That was actually my childhood. God, this is gonna be a rough one. This movie, I went to the theater and saw it with my brother because we both watched it as a kid. And a couple weeks ago, I did the Dragon Ball Evolution, which I never watched Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, anything like that. I watched Dragon Ball Z Abridged. That's the only time. And then last week was a blooper. I'll leave that video right up there. I'll also link that below in the description. But today we have The Last Airbender, and apparently everybody says that Dragon Ball Evolution's worse than The Last Airbender, because at least The Last Airbender, they tried to follow the story. So this is going to be a long video. I am already sweating. So Herman, I blame you for my sweat and my pain of recording in these hot temperatures for so long. But I hope you enjoy these videos, and let me know what other Nostalgia Critic videos you want me to react to. I do read all the comments, so I've already gotten a list of some videos, but you know, they can always jump in priority. I'll probably get to them if you keep on showing support for them. So I hope you're having a great day. Shout out to the patrons down below. They allow me to not have a paywall on the channel. They get the videos a day early. Insane patrons have a chance to win a signed duck, much like this little guy right here. This one's going to somebody for the month of July. So I'm only doing 12 of those every month in 2021. So let's go ahead and jump on into this. It's going to be a long video, so no need to make a long intro. Oh,
Water.
I actually recently rewatched the entire series when it got added to Netflix. So it took me 5 months of free time.
Lived together in harmony.
The 3 seasons.
Then everything changed when the Shyamalan attacked.
Hollywood. That's actually trademarked, I think.
Only the avid jerk, master of ripping films apart, could restore balance. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. Several years passed, and my brother and I discovered the new avid
Are
jerk,
these the features?
a reviewer named Nostalgia Critic. And although his critiquing skills are great, he still has much to learn before he can save anything. I believe Nostalgia Critic can save the franchise.
No, no one can save. No one can save this movie series. It's that bad. I remember when they set it up for a sequel, because obviously, book 2. The Hot Air Temple.
Concentrate, Critic.
Please
absorb every episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender to review the movie.
Why can't I just watch the shows again?
It would take too long, and the franchise has suffered enough at the hands of the fuck-up Lord Shyamalan.
That's why you need to get in contact with a past life to see if any of them have seen the show.
Thus, absorbing it into your memory.
You mean like how you should absorb a new hairstylist?
Ow!
You know, I thought bloodbending was supposed to be taboo. Like, nobody should have that unlimited control.
Well, M. Night Shyamalan
apparently
keeps getting unlimited control, and nobody's stopping him.
That's true.
I don't know who they are.
Concentrate harder!
So, do all of these videos he has like guests on there?
I think I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, he did a review of the entire show. That's what I was seeing.
Visions from another life. I'll just go through an episode a night. It's just the right balance. Avatar, my new favorite show. Still one of my favorite shows. My God,
why was I seeing double there?
Ingenious writing, brilliant characters, and a fan base obsessing over name pronunciation rather than the meaning of each episode. My God! It's coming to me!
You got it, Critic?
Yeah,
it's so great.
Avatar is one of the greatest TV series of all time!
Good.
Is
now
it an anime though?
Review the fuck-up Lord's disaster opus.
But wait, just because I know about it doesn't mean the people at home know about it. How are we gonna catch them up to speed?
It's so good.
Katara.
Katara.
Spoiler.
Spoiler!
Oh, I guess this is
you haven't seen the show yet.
I have seen the show.
4 nations exist called Earth, Wind, Fire, and Water. Till fire decided things should get hotter, invasions aren't nice.
Oh, we're doing a musical number
now.
now.
The Avatar rose to make them pay the price.
Katara and Sokka
going on,
to keep in the know, flying what looks like a white neighbor Totoro chased by their foe, a young princess Zuko. Don't ask him about a scar or Rufio.
You mean
Avatar
Todoroki?
masters the elements flawlessly, toughest of toss turns a blind eye so cautiously. Avatar state opens at a great rate, but Azula serves his Aerodas on a plate.
Katara revises it, and they sing their love
They're
song.
actually doing this in the musical number.
Too long, he switches sides. At the turn of the tide. And now Aang is on fire
That's
with his smoking
Gandalf.
guide.
Katara and Zuko beat Azula on the cuff mostly because she is
Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs.
Aang's feeling
That's like
he
the
don't want to
end.
kill, but the cowardly lion turtle says hold still.
He's given the gift to depower the Fire Lord nation says whatever. Zuko can lead the
Yeah, that was like such a top moment.
The world that is free, just remember that it's thanks to Baldi.
So that is the show, and it's good that you know because it is the best. It's good cartoons just going. So now that you heard,
It is so good.
The best Avatar ain't that blue pussy turd.
I've never seen that movie. That was creative. The Last Airbender. And this
So
was
by
when
the
it all went
beginning,
downhill.
the film actually looks pretty promising, reenacting the visuals to the show's intro rather flawlessly. Even the text scroll isn't really that bad. Though how is it a season with 20 episodes can get their backstory out faster than an hour-and-a-half movie can?
The Avatar was the only person born amongst all the nations who could master all 4 elements. And then 100 years ago, he just disappeared.
But sadly, we witnessed the greatest weakness of any Shyamalan film. They start talking.
My brother and I live in the Southern Water Tribe, which was once a big city. Food is scarce. My brother and I often go hunting for food.
Yeah, way to use food twice in the same sentence, Academy Award-nominated writer.
Our father's off fighting in the war.
Is the Night Shyamalan good or bad? I don't know. I know he's the Cards Against Humanity card.
This bore bending you're witnessing is being performed by siblings of the Water Tribe named Katara and Sokka. And yes, the climate is looking much whiter than usual. And I don't think taking away the snow is gonna fix that any. This is curious, as in the show, Katara and Sokka definitely seem to have an Inuit design. And that makes sense. Their upbringing is very similar to Eskimo culture. Strangely enough, the rest of the village seems to have this down. But with these two, I think Kathy Bates from North was a more convincing fake Eskimo. But I'm not here to judge the color of their skin, only the quality of their acting. And I'm sure if these two acted so well that they just seem perfect for the part, like nobody else could do it better, maybe we can overlook the color difference and see past all that.
I watched what side of the fin tracks are more indented. That shows you which direction they're going. I saw how long the drag skids are.
That's so bad. That's so bad.
They both succumb to the dreaded Hayden Christensen syndrome.
No one.
The what?
Taking anybody away.
Please wait here.
What could he do?
Aren't there spirits here?
They were looking for someone with the same markings.
Stop it! Your monotone can break glass!
Are you?
It's so bad. Ong.
But they come across something while hunting.
That pissed me off the most.
There's something under there.
It's a good movie trying to get out. Kill it!
It's a good movie. Kill it.
They discover a boy named Aang frozen in an iceberg, along with his Where the Wild Things Are mascot, and take him back to the village. So, if this kid's acting just as bad as the other two, does Shyamalan like awkward shots where people look directly into the camera?
How'd you get all
It was so bad. God, it was so bad.
We got in a storm. It wasn't very smart.
It was so bad.
I was just upset. Thanks for saving me.
Lucky.
It's so bad.
Should get home.
You're not still upset?
Not as much as I was.
Okay,
they're just
seriously.
talking.
Am I watching a school play? This all seems like a school play. I mean, I know they're kids, I shouldn't be so harsh, but did anybody give these little pipsqueaks some direction? Maybe Sokka, the funny and inventive wisecracker, who always has a ton of funny lines in the show, can lighten up.
Yeah, the best
lines. What would you do if they tried taking me away?
I'd kill them all.
Oh, wow, how creative.
They prey the
Like
weakest
Tyrion Lannister in season 8.
So Sokka.
Please don't do this. There must be another
way. Fire Nation is following us. If we make a wrong move, they'll catch him.
So bad. I hate it.
Did they confuse funny and inventive with constipatedly angry all the time?
It's so bad. God, it's so terrible.
In the mud the movie has to offer. And that's saying a lot. There's a lot of sticks in the mud in this movie.
Yeah.
Ship, we'd need a miracle to catch them. I know you think everything's going to work out, but I don't.
Oh,
can we get a real Avatar movie?
You look like you're gonna shit
aren't they
on
making
a
a live action or
every
whatever?
time you're on screen.
On Netflix or whatever, or didn't get like.
But things heat up when the evil and sinister Fire Nation arrives.
Genghis Khan?
Oh, we blow, we blow. Oh, we blow, we blow.
This is Prince Zuko, a firebender who is looking to capture the Avatar so he can be unbanished and get his honor back from his father, the king. In the show, the father burned almost half of his face off. Here,
and this,
I think he forgot to put sunblock under his eye or something.
Yeah.
I'm taking you to my ship. If you don't come, I'll burn down this village.
But there's not much to burn down.
Another interesting note, in the movie, the Fire Nation seems very Indian or Middle Eastern. Another curious choice, as the show had a much heavier lean towards Japanese. In fact, their skin was lighter than our main heroes. And here, it kind of seems perplexingly reversed.
It is.
I don't want to make an unnecessary racism argument, especially seeing how an Indian man directed this, but I will let out a very concerned and very troubled, huh?
How did they get it
if
wrong?
You can't see the obvious similarities between the movie's designs and the show's designs.
Not even
Clearly,
close.
You haven't drank
Not
enough
even
cactus
close.
juice. I mean, God, can you
It's
guys
sequentious.
imagine constantly misrepresenting characters by constantly getting their skin colors wrong?
Shameful.
And giving the wrong name.
Atrocious. So Zuko comes and takes Aang away. Thus, Sokka and Katara decide they have to go after him. Why? Well, again in the show, it's because they formed a strong, unbreakable friendship with him. They spent time getting to know him, warmed up to his offbeat personality, and found they couldn't let an innocent that they've gotten to know so well be tortured by the Fire Nation.
Even though doesn't he escape on his own?
With that bullshit. Let's make it more like that stray turtle you found on the curb of the road.
We found that boy. He's our responsibility. We should fight.
I promise I'll feed him and take him on walks. But their grandmother reveals that Aang is in fact the Avatar, the only one who can master all 4 elements and communicate with the spirit world.
Aren't there spirits
well, not the
here?
only one that can communicate with the spirit world.
There are some spirits that live hidden among us. Sure, they're watching us with great sadness.
Or maybe that's the audience. Either way, great sadness. Zuko and his uncle Iroh give Aang a test and see that all the elements gravitate towards him.
That's not how that works.
This never happens anywhere else in the movie, but screw it. We have a hastily rushed escape scene to film, which in the series demonstrates quite clearly how the Firebenders do everything in their power to stop them.
To stop him.
But here, they just kind of blankly stare at them getting away. But if blank stares could kill, they still probably get away. Oh, and you ever wonder how he was frozen in that iceberg to begin with? Well, once again, the original ingeniously tied in both backstories of Zuko and Aang together and showed that upon his discovery of being Avatar, he couldn't take the pressure and ran away, being pushed to the brink of despair and froze himself before drowning in the storm. Many consider this to be the best episode, seeing how it shows the similarities between our hero and our villain. Good thing it's just a sentence and a half explanation here. The person talking about it doesn't even show up on screen.
He told us how he left there in a storm on Appa and got forced into the ocean
where
they almost
kidding me?
Aang airbended a sphere around them and he couldn't remember anything after that.
But hey, that's just one of the minor major
I don't remember
plot
being
devices
this bad.
that probably should have been explored more. Missing also is Suki, Jed, the pirates, Boomy, the fortune teller, the warriors of Kyoshi, Sokka's sense of humor, Katara's strength and motherly wisdom, and any form of fun and enjoyability that the show was so good at balancing out. But it's okay.
Did the creators of Avatar make anything else other than like Legend of Korra?
From the Daily Show.
Do I need to react to Legend of Korra? Dude,
so Aang and his team travel to his home in the Southern Air Temple, where he thinks he'll find the monks that raised him.
Monkey Yacht's gonna try and jump out and scare me at any moment.
He's kind of like my father. Is it okay if you tell me your name?
The monks named me An.
Wait a minute! You traveled all this way, all this distance,
and you didn't know his name?
Not once did you ever ask him his name? You know, for a kid you claim to be your responsibility, getting his name might be the most important step.
Was there a Momo in the movie?
Him. Imagine if you did something basic, like lose him in a crowd. Help! I've lost my little boy. He's my responsibility, and I can't lose him at any cost.
Well, what's his name?
I don't know.
Starts with an A, I think.
Alistair?
I'm gonna say yes.
And by the way, just a fun little tidbit.
Oh, it is Momo.
They do pronounce the names different from the show as well.
For some reason.
My name is
Why?
I'm Aang.
Why?
Sokka!
My name is Ian.
Why?
General Iroh.
To harp on this would be too hypocritical. But luckily, the film gives me so much more that I can harp on. Like this one. After disguising Aang as a Jawa, they come across a boy named Haru, infinitely younger in this version, who is chased for bending stones at Fire Nation soldiers.
That child is being arrested.
Which is not how it went in the actual show.
Bending stones at us from behind a tree.
He dared to kill a king's dare.
So they place them all in a prison of earthbenders where... Wait a fuck! This is the prison for earthbenders! I'm sorry,
it's
I'm really
literally
sorry.
surrounded by
annoying every single
rock,
time I say
not
in the show
the metal
because
island.
it's an adaptation. Adaptation, you gotta make changes. I understand that. I really understand that, but it's gotta be changes that make sense, guys!
Doesn't make any sense.
In the show, the prison is on a metal ship where no earthbending is possible, and thus it breaks their spirit because they can't get away. They are powerless to stop them. Here,
until someone invents metal bending.
Stop! Aang makes a big speech about rising
He's
up.
more
and
upset about
fighting
this in
back,
Dragon Ball.
Where in the show it's
Obviously.
justified, and Katara, but still justified because there's a big risk. They have something to lose. Here, it's like saying walk through a revolving door. There's nothing to be lost. It's like having an ice cream bender at Baskin Robbins and saying, how the hell am I gonna... You're an ice cream bender! Use your fucking mind!
It's time for you to
Seriously, though.
this.
Sure enough, they do start fighting back, and it's about time. I want to see some badass earthbending effects brought to life by some state-of-the-art effects.
That's it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah. 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 I'm so glad they never got to book 2 and 3.
Is that
Mostly book
really
2.
the extent of your imagination, Shyamalan? Is that really the wide range of possibilities that
For
you could
earthbending?
pull off with this scenario? Earthbending.
That's literally just a rock.
Bending. Taking the elements of Earth, the fucking planet, and bending it to your will. And this
And
is
that's
the
it.
poor fuck-ass piece of shit you could come up with.
He's so upset.
Let me give you a crash course or a reminder as
Of what it
someone who
looked like in the
has
show.
clearly seen the show, what just one Earthbender
What Toph can do.
can do.
Or Boomy. Show Boomy.
One. That
Show
was all
what Boomy
one
did with taking
Earthbender
back,
in every single one of
Amashu.
those scenes. Now, let's see what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 of your
6 with
shitty ass
discounter.
Earthbenders from your piece of fuck film could accomplish.
Loading game.
Short and stout.
Don't worry, guys. I'll get him. Take that.
Now,
That's so
just
bad.
as a friendly reminder, this is what 5 guys could do in that
Yeah.
other show you claim to be such a big fan of.
Yeah. Didn't they also like try to stop
A fucking tank! 5 guys! Tank!
a tank meant to fight Earthbenders?
What did your pussies do again?
Floated a rock.
Your version? There! Your version? There! Your version there! Your version there! Your version there!
Yeah. Yeah.
Have you no
The budget.
passion for possibility?
What was the budget of the
Have
last
you
Airbender?
no understanding this barrel of Miyazaki that you could unleash
Miyazaki?
with this creativity? I mean, what is your major malfunction, you
It's
sucker
book 1, it's
of
about water.
talent and good? What is going on in your head? Please, contact me. Let me know. Let me know what the
I hope they
flying
do.
fuck has caused you to become so uninspired when this stuff has practically gift-wrapped it for you and just said,
Yeah.
make me incredible. Make me incredible.
I feel like
Please,
they could
get in
honestly
contact
just
with me. Get in
cut all of
You have
the
to bring balance back faster.
episodes together and made the
Why?
movies a little
Turn on
bit
the
better.
TV.
And now a message from Shyamalan.
Greetings. I am Shyamalan. I know many
I doubt
of
that.
you were disappointed by my theatrical addition to the Avatar franchise.
Addition?
Well,
Addition?
I'm here to tell you that my power to destroy great art has grown even stronger. For you see,
what?
I have discovered how to take any performer's acting ability away.
He's bluffing. No director is that bad or powerful.
And for those who don't think I'm that bad or powerful,
Well,
just look at what I did to Mark Wahlberg in The Happening.
What? No.
Toxin?
Talking to a plastic plant.
Ah!
What's the
But
happening?
that's a critically acclaimed actor.
He's mastered the art of talent bending.
I plan to use this power to destroy the Avatar franchise once
You can never
and
do
for
that.
all. How, you may
And it
ask?
just never touched again.
I plan on doing a Legend of Korra movie.
No, you
But
no.
that's a fresh start, a chance to get a new audience.
Rest assured,
they
the
actually make
franchise
one?
will be destroyed forever once the Legend of Korra has been Shyamalized. And for a certain avid jerk who might be listening, I have only this to say. stand down. No critic has ever been able to stop me before. If you do not,
my
I will
question
suck
again.
out
Is
what
Shyamalan
little
good?
talent you had
The
to
blue spirit is
begin with.
Zuko.
That is all.
Well, Critic, it seems that all hope of the franchise rests with you. Critic?
Oh god, he's gone. He's running. Where is he running to?
My cabbages! Are you sure we have the right guy?
What's the cabbage dude in the movie? I think he was. I want to say he was. Is this the intermission? I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be. Yeah, it's the intermission. Oh god.
So they're given some bending scrolls by Master Mickey Mouse, but Aang explains that he can't bend all 4 elements.
We should go visit some of these towns on.
I need to tell you something. I ran away before they trained me.
Lay off the close-ups, guy! He looks like he's transforming into Paul Giamatti! Christ, you can practically see their breath on the lens, they're so close!
Water comes after air in the cycle. Air, water, earth, fire.
They decide now to finally go to the North Pole to have the Great Masters teach him waterbending. Meanwhile, Commander Chow, I guess, is talking to this other guy who puckers his lips so much I swear he's waiting to be kissed by him.
Our spies have discovered someone claiming to be the Avatar.
Yeah.
They describe him as just a boy.
You'd have to be over 100.
This person.
Let's hope, for your sake, my son doesn't find this person first.
Wait a minute.
Oh, that's supposed to be...
the Fire Lord? That's the great badass villain in all this? That's the fight! Show, do your thing!
No. Yeah.
The Fire Lord was built up big time. Always kept in shadow until the final season. He was like the Dr. Claw of this show. And when he finally was revealed, he wasn't a monster or anything, but he was
just a
still
normal dude.
Intimidating. Even the picture Zuko stares at in the film looks like the original Fire Lord. But this?
Nah, no, not even close.
This is the most common,
like a Roman emperor.
non-threatening person you could put in this role. It's like they grabbed a guy at the grocery store and dressed him up as Biggest Dickus.
Hell, fever!
Hell, Biggest Dickus is more intimidating than him. He at least is played by an actor I know is dead, which kind of has the ghost value.
There's the ghost value?
It's more intimidating than this! So Aang goes on his own to the Northern Air Temple to see if he can find any monks. He finds a villager who shows him a room filled with all his past lives. And in my opinion, the majority of the problems with this movie can be summed up right here. See if you can spot why.
Now, how did the Airbenders know you were the Avatar, little one?
They gave me a test, put 1,000 toys in front of me, and asked me to choose 4. I said I chose the same 4 objects that belonged to the previous Avatar.
Don't see it? Allow me to explain. You have a great setup for an emotional moment. Aang is seeing all his past lives. The power and weight of who he is should hit him at this very point. But instead, what do? Try to explain more exposition.
There's a ceremony when everyone bows to me. That's when I accept my role as the Avatar. But when everyone bowed, I didn't bow back.
And that is the problem. Whether you're aware of the show or you're not aware of the show, the movie is all explanation with no humanity. Why do you think they waited 20 minutes of the film to ask him his name? Because that's not what was most important to Shyamalan. The identity, who gives a shit? It can't be nearly as important as explaining.
As you know, I conducted a raid on the Great Library, which most said didn't even exist.
And explaining.
There are really powerful benders in the Northern Water Tribe. My dad told me about it before he left.
And explaining.
It has been confirmed that he's traveling north. It is my strong belief that he is traveling to the Northern Water Tribe.
And explaining.
If we keep them to the courtyard and the marketplace till night falls,
I don't fucking care! And you know why? Because I never once heard anyone in this movie say, I feel this, or I like this,
There's
or
no
I
feeling.
wonder
There
this.
is none.
There are no emotions being addressed. Traditional storytelling is setting up a character, sending them on their journey, and learning more about them through their journey.
Star Wars? Never seen Star Wars?
Airbender is just chess piece storytelling. Character goes here, character goes there, character says this, pawn to king 4. So in this scene that should have been the emotional pinnacle of our main star, it's just more explaining about what happened rather than why it happened. So you pardon me if rather than be concerned when the villager betrays him to the Fire Nation, I ask that you remind me what you revealed about him that's worth giving any investment whatsoever. This isn't me being angry that it's different from the show. This is me being angry that it's missing the most essential element of telling any story. If the character can never express any emotion, why should the audience ever express any emotion?
No one should care about
while we're
this.
on the subject, that does make this possibly one of the worst adaptations of all time. A show that created such memorable characters, characters you almost believe were real. You wanted to be real. You wish they were real. Being portrayed as the most stock, boring, empty vessels of just explaining more plot is about as insulting to an adaptation as you can get. By God, it's one of the few times I'm glad the characters I love so much aren't real. Could you imagine them actually seeing how they would be represented in movie form? I fucking cringe.
I saw how long the drag skids are. That shows you how fast they're going.
This is pathetic! My jokes are way funnier than this!
The school we had was proving to be helpful. Aang was practicing.
This is when they were in the Fire Nation, and there was a play about the Avatar.
We left a few days ago. You're lying!
I don't do that. That's not what I'm like.
Who are you?
Well, I'm pretty sure they did say that in the show.
They make me look totally stiff and humorless.
I ran away from home. We got in a storm. I was just upset. Thanks for saving me.
Lucky.
I probably should get home.
You're not so upset?
Not as much as I was.
It's so
horrible. I'll say. No kidding. You said it.
That was the only time I've ever walked out of a movie and went,
Thus we
that was bad.
continue with our
The only time ever in my entire life.
Recap as a
Oh, there's the
character
Blue
called
Spirit.
The Blue Spirit breaks him free and they fight their way out. I smell a Shyamalan long overused tracking shot coming up.
A what? Oh. I don't really know what all. How did they know to be in sync like that?
When you use them for every other fight scene, it not only gets old, but it slows the action down.
How did Zuko know to duck?
It's obvious the actors have to wait for the camera to get into place, thus taking a fight sequence that could be really quick and impressive and instead have half of it be them just standing around doing nothing. That's why we have editing, you dumb-ass jerk! If part of the shot didn't work or was hard to see, you edit it out. But here, screw it. I just want to show off that I could do this in one shot. Okay, great.
Okay,
you
fire
can
stop
do
swords.
It looks cluttered, slow, and incredibly awkward, but fuck, you could do it. Give that man a tediously obnoxious directing award. I think it's the same one that went to this person just a few years earlier.
Why are you doing this? Who are you?
This is Thunder.
Open the gates.
So the Blue Spirit gets him out and is revealed to be Zuko. There's two reasons this curious scene was left in the movie rather than just having it cut out. One is that Chow and Zuko are in a race to bring the Avatar to the Fire Lord, meaning one of them can cement their position forever. And the other reason, of course, being just so Shyamalan can shout,
"What a twist!"
Ah, you knew that.
Oh, God.
You think my son is this person the soldiers are calling the Blue Spirit?
Yes.
I recognized his mouth.
Yeah.
Actually, to the film's very little credit, Chow, Zuko, and Iroh are probably the only decent actors in this film. They perform their parts well and probably have the closest thing to emotional moments this film could muster. That is, before it's cut off needlessly for more exposition.
Now be sure to keep your uniform closed up to your neck. And remember, your cheek can warm you.
I know, Uncle.
By the way, nephew, as your uncle, I care for you very much. Oh, more story, more story. Sorry, more story.
Man, Iroh. What a
So Aang and the team finally make their way to the North Pole. And, oh God, is this it? This has gotta be it. Please tell me this is it. Oh my God, it's even more phallic than I imagined. The stories were true. Gaze into the holy grail of comedic possibilities. Oh my God, there's too many jokes to choose from.
It's her head,
which one should I
literally a
go
dick.
with? Which one should I go with?
Oh, no. No, public hair.
Hey, what did she
Please
use for a
forget
headband? A censor bar? Oh, magnificent!
Oh, that's...
Thank you for your unintentional hilarity.
You're welcome.
Is that the best thing about the entire movie? Is that it?
It's Shyamalan.
Oh, no. Grab the gun. No. Heartless, no blood.
Blood bending should be working.
It's no use. He cares nothing for the logic of this realm, so he barely follows it.
Quick, Critic, finish the review so you can restore balance.
Okay.
Don't watch it.
In the show, Sokka and the princess of the Northern Water Tribe form a very powerful friendship, eventually resulting in a romance that would ultimately end in tragedy. Let's see if the movie does too.
My brother and the princess became friends right away.
And that's all you need! Yes, all the emotions and character developed can just be summed up in that one sentence. God, Shyamalan's writing knows how to cut the fat of all that pesky caring. God, why do we listen to all that pesky talk in Hamlet when it could have been summed up with...
The prince didn't like his uncle. Hijinks ensued.
I don't know anything about Hamlet.
I take it back. They do have one conversation, but thankfully, it's not used to develop character or form a strong bond. It's for, you guessed it, more explaining.
When I was born, I was not awake. My mother and father could not get me to make a sound or move. So they prayed for days to
Why is he smiling about this?
No more explaining!
That thunder's serious.
Say, why is your hair white, young lady? You look very odd.
I don't know. Why are you so white? So both Aang and Katara
Neither of
mastered
you
their
should be
water
white.
bending from Bill Connolly Theoden, and as you can see, there's no stopping their incredible abilities now. Look at all that water fly.
Yeah, they're doing great.
Nobody dare cross the phenomenal power that these two... Okay, here's another problem with the movie. The bending takes forever. The original keeps the action quick and exciting, as
lightning.
Action should be. Maybe 2 moves could do
makes me wanna
something
rewatch
impressive.
it.
But here,
But what's free time?
I could heat up a hot pocket before these guys do anything exciting.
Never had a hot pocket before,
If
fun
the
fact.
opening was being honest, here's how it should really go.
Water.
Yeah.
Water.
And then there's gonna be just a little water drop.
Water.
No. Yeah.
Water.
Shot.
But with the
By a
Fire
gun.
Nation getting ready to attack and the Water Tribe ready to defend themselves, with a call that lures them into a false sense of hilarity, Aang tries to figure out a way to fight them off without killing anybody.
Do they show the giant water monster thing he turns into?
Place where I can
don't forget.
There's
I don't remember.
place.
So he comes across the Moon Spirit, who's disguised as a fish.
That wasn't the show.
Yeah, that wasn't the best explained in the show either, but Aang meditates to figure out an answer.
I have to get back.
Wasn't there also like the face stealer? Wasn't that also a thing?
I'll stay with him.
And Zuko like steals.
Katara doesn't seem like the best person to look after him. I mean, don't get me wrong. In the other version, it made sense.
Yeah,
She had a kind,
there
mature
it
heart,
is.
but also the focus and strength to kick some ass in several awesome scenes. Nobody in their right mind would dare cross her. But in the movie,
she
pushed
useless.
a guy.
Is that it? Oh no, foaming at the mouth, dude.
Well, maybe she'll finally be allowed to show her real strength when Prince Zuko comes and tries to take Aang away. And seeing how she made it very clear how Aang is her responsibility,
Why is
she's gonna do
Todoroki here?
everything in her power to make sure nothing happens to him. And you suck! Katara and Sokka, as usual, has no smoking signs in college. But Aang wakes up and escapes Zuko through the most masterful approach possible. Reenacting a Tom and Jerry routine.
Oh my god. Is that really what happens? Is it
Things go
seriously?
awry when Shao finds the Moon Spirit and kills it, destroying not only the moon, but the tribe's barely impressive waterbending.
You have been anointed by the Moon Spirit.
He gave me life when I was a child.
Then there's still a chance.
But since the princess was given part of the spirit to save her, she sacrifices her own life in order to put the Moon Spirit back in its place.
And back into harmony, and yeah, the moon is back. Are they not going?
Explain what I'm seeing,
Didn't Zuko
John,
get
but
like
the moon just
caught in a
came
storm or
back.
something?
This results in Shao getting axed, Slumdog Millionaire returning to his uncle, Aang raising the waves to scare the rest of the army off. By the way, for someone who can't kill, I don't think these guys made it out okay. And a to be continued that thank Jesus will never be continued.
Thank
You
God.
must stop the Avatar from mastering earth and fire.
Did they ever
You must
show
give us
Azula?
the time to get to that day. Do you accept this unspeakably important task I'm putting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I do, Father.
Yes.
Absolutely
I'm sure
great.
you'll join the Super Mario Brothers, Skeletor, Buckaroo Banzai, the Golden Compass, and Bison's Hand in that incredible Sure to Happen sequel. What a piece of shit.
It's not working. The review isn't hurting him. Don't you have anything else?
Not really, no.
It's so bad.
I can't hold it.
Do something.
Sakura does boomerang.
Yeah, shit.
What? Gun.
Too late. He's been shamalized.
Hi, guys. I just want to stand directly in the middle of the shot and stare blankly
get closer.
into the camera.
Get closer.
You two are next.
No.
Critic, it's not too late. Get in contact with your other life.
Meditate.
Other
He'll
life?
come to you as a spirit animal. Quickly, there's no time.
God, the show was so good.
I'll try.
This is just an absolute catastrophe. Yeah.
He'll come to you as a spirit animal. Spirit animal. Spirit animal.
Yeah, what was the spirit animal?
Oh, bullshit! This is my spirit animal? God, why did I write this?
Is that a
so
platypus
convoluted?
bunny
Okay,
coyote
whatever.
dog wolf?
Hi, what do you want? I need to know how to defeat the Shyamalan.
Gun.
I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I don't know. Avatar was weeks ago. I'm reviewing Legend of Korra now. Really?
Oh.
How's that?
Do I need to react to
That's not
that?
Avatar.
Should
Once
I?
we get down to it, there can really only be one Avatar.
I heard it wasn't as good. I don't think
got
everything will ever be.
I got it! I know how to restore balance to the franchise! Oh, thank you, Platypus Bunny! It's Doug, actually. Platypus Bunny, you saved the world. Doug Walker, that's the full name there. I'll always
Doug
remember you,
Walker.
Platypus Bunny. God, why did I rate you so stupid?
Okay. Take care of the Shyamalan.
Wait a minute! Guys, I figured it out! I know how to save the franchise! How?
How?
Do nothing!
What? Huh?
You're right, we got the wrong guy.
I blame myself.
We should.
No, you don't understand. The franchise was never out of balance to begin with.
No, it was perfect where it was.
The movie
It didn't
is
need a
awful.
movie.
The acting is awkward, the writing beyond lazy, and it fails both trying to be a faithful adaptation and a standalone movie. But it could never be a standalone movie because there's only one Avatar, the series.
No.
It was perfectly paced, perfectly performed, perfectly animated.
And you can't put it into a movie.
It was that rare anomaly that chances are could never be recreated. And
No.
there's no reason to change it. It's like trying
It's
to
so
make
good.
an opera by Mozart better. You can't do it. Every note
I'll
is
take
where
your
it
word for
needs
it.
to be. I'm sure there'll be different adaptations in the future, the same way people did with Looney Tunes or other timeless characters. But the point is,
Apparently
the
there's
original
supposed to be
characters
a
are
live
still
action,
timeless
but I think
characters.
got like acts or
And
something.
nothing
Or the
anyone can
original
do
writers
can
left.
change that. If anything, the bad adaptation makes us appreciate the original material even more.
Yeah.
So you can do whatever you want to the franchise.
That is so good.
Because no matter what, nothing can take away or make any better what's already perfect.
Well, that's great, Critic, but...
Yeah, still gonna do evil things.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Go do it somewhere else.
Avatar series and this.
Take away his
Deus
everything.
Ex Machina!
Wait, are you Last Airbender Aang or Legend of Korra Aang?
I don't know.
care.
Oh.
Wait,
Well, he's dead.
I thought Aang wasn't allowed to kill.
Whatever. Of course, I
It was,
understand what he's saying.
Oh
Don't
god,
get
what
too
was the
offended at all
Earthbender
the changes made
Avatar?
As long as you still have the original to enjoy.
The one
Right?
that chose violence always.
Sure. Well,
She always
maybe
chose
sometimes
violence.
the
It
best
was
way to keep
hilarious.
balance is to realize that balance is already being kept. Enjoy your incredibly awesome show and enjoy hating your incredibly awful
Yeah.
movie.
Yep. And then we have whatever the charity spotlight is. That. Doug Walker. Doug and Rob Walker. I guess Rob is nostalgic, right? No, maybe Doug is. Oh my god. I really wonder what the behind the scenes looks like when they're doing stuff like this. Download the song. I think I'm gonna be doing that. In Hamlet. See Martyrs. Oh, yikes. The guy with the glasses.com.
Are you the Avatar Ong?
Oh, we don't have a charity spotlight. It's so bad. God, it's so bad. It's kind of like how, you know how Game of Thrones was like, boom, like everything in like social media and like, it was such a huge culture thing. Game of Thrones was. And then the last season happened and it's basically just forgotten about. Like, of course people remember it, but it's no longer like a thing that you just bring up to everybody. Because before it was like, you watch Game of Thrones? And they'd be like, yeah, I love Game of Thrones. It'd be like that. And now it's just like, Game of Thrones? Oh yeah, that. I wish they did season 8 different. I wish they would redo season 8. So he reviewed every single episode of The Last Airbender, huh? Or Avatar The Last Airbender. The Last Airbender is a train wreck. Why did they change the names? I never understood that. I thought it was like a licensing thing. Like maybe they had didn't have the license to copy the show directly. I'm not sure how. But yeah, it was an absolute catastrophe. The top 10 worst Avatar episodes. Now that is interesting. I wonder. Yeah, I could think of a couple that are bad. Yeah, I could think of a couple episodes that are just kind of bad. But the thing is, I kind of think he knows good from bad. Like, I'm sure somebody looks at the what was it, the Iroh story, like his backstory when they talked about his son and everything and him losing his son. I'm sure some people probably thought that episode was awful. I thought it was a great episode because you learned so much about Iroh, who's one of the best characters in the entire show. So I trust that is definitely not at the top 11. Oh yeah, but it's such a good show. Do I need to react to Legend of Korra at some point? Right now, my anime slot's being taken up by My Hero Academia, and that'll be going on for about probably a little less than a year from now. So maybe Legend of Korra comes after that? I don't know. It depends on how copyright works. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. It is a really long one. Hope it made your day just a tiny little bit better. Leave a comment down below. I love reading them. Make sure that you are subscribed. Hope to see you next video. Take care. And until then, cue the music.
We were